This is the world's most unique golf course located on a remote island that is only accessible by boat, and I've flown all the way from the Pacific edge of North America to this 5 mile by 1 mile island sitting in the Atlantic to show you this one-of-a-kind experience. The golf club, founded in the early 1920s, was originally designed as a tourist attraction to help drive the economy on this remote island. Even the clubhouse itself was originally built in 1808 as a residential property. Before we start on the first tee, we must establish one thing. There's a residential road that runs through or up to 6 holes on this course. That'll be important for this first tee as the clubhouse blocks your view from the left side, and that's why you're not allowed to hit over the road, which is 175 yards away from the tee box.
The rule is if it's glass, you gotta pay for it. It's metal. Leave a note. Oh my.
The second hole faces back towards the first tee box, over the road again, but is started on top of a hill which you can overlook the entire bay and most of the course from.
Now I want everybody to realize I am not a good golfer. I like the bogey, double bogey range.
At the end of this par 4 is the entrance to the woods, which leads you to the third tee boxes, where you will be asked to hit through a narrow corridor of trees and land your second shot on a tight green a good 25 feet higher than where you'd be standing from your second shot. And if you are able to save par on this hole, which I wasn't able to accomplish, you will walk by a very appropriate clubhouse on this course and make your way to the fourth tee box, which again has a road involved. From there, you'll drive off towards a gorgeous 3-season inn opened in the late 1880s and restored in the early 2000s. This is available for you if you want to stay overnight with some stunning views and be right next to the second tee box, but only if you want to spend $40 on a chicken breast. Other than that, you're going hungry. But back to the fourth hole, after hitting it over yet another round of cars, you're going to be playing up to a green surrounded by early 1900s cottages, all while being reminded that you're a few hundred feet away from the Atlantic Ocean. And after picking some blueberries from the bushes surrounding the fourth green, you'll make your way over to the fifth tee box, which is a tight right side fairway, which, by the way, if you shank it right, you'll definitely end up in the ocean. But don't worry, because if you have a Pro V1, there's a chance you might be able to go get it at low tide. Continuing down the fairway after going window through window trying to send your second shot over the road, you'll be faced with another uphill chip and try to save par on this 384 yard par 4. And after obviously getting a bogey, you'll approach the sixth tee box where you'll be left with a difficult decision because a perfect shot downwards onto this green may end up in the side of a car or on the road. And although this looks like the world's perfect opportunity to hit the coolest bank shot hole-in-one, I would not recommend it. And in case you try to go for it anyways, don't worry because there's locals always watching out. Now here's where things get interesting. The seventh hole is the main attraction of this course, and I guarantee you've never played a hole like this before. The seventh tee box, or shall I say pad, is located on a stone wharf about 50 yards away from where the ferry docks. This is how you would get to the island. And this 100-yard par 3 may seem like an easy task at first, but even if you manage to hit it over the Atlantic and hit the surrounding trees and rocks, you'll be faced with one of the biggest slopes I've ever seen on a green. You're pretty much either getting a birdie or a double bogey on this hole, and it is a large test of patience. Trust me, I've played it a few times. After surviving the water hole, you'll take a short walk to a mellow par 3. Finally, I know. And in my opinion, this is one of the best views in golf, where you'll be able to redeem yourself from a high score on the previous hole. Your only concern is some Canadians that might steal your ball. And trust me, they're always watching. If you've ever tried to play sunset golf, trust me, this is the hole that you'd want to sit down and watch it from. It is one of the most amazing views, and if you're ever on this island and have an opportunity to stay overnight or to stay to watch the sunset, either the 7th or 8th hole is my recommendation.
Back in the day, there used to be a fox, and that fox used to sit out on that rock the entire day whenever there was sun. Because as you can see, there's trees everywhere. It doesn't get sun all the time, it doesn't have sun now. Whenever that rock had sun, there was a fox out there that would always lay in it. Don't know what I want you to do with that piece of information, but I hope you enjoy it.
And as we come to the final hole of this one-of-a-kind course, we return to the woods to a similar shot right next to the third tee box, hidden directly out of a narrow corridor of trees towards the ocean. After nailing your drive through these trees, you'll be left feeling satisfied completing this daunting task, not hitting any cars, not hitting the Atlantic Ocean, or launching your drives into the woods. At the end of the day, you can return to the 8th tee box or the docks and watch a beautiful sunset waiting for the ferry to bring you back to reality if you choose to leave this gorgeous island.
This is just clips from this game. If you want to see the full game with all my scores, everything all professional. I do have that footage. It's just a long video, so if you guys want to see it, just comment down below, give it a like, let me know that you want to see that full round, because if you don't want to see it, I'm not going to do it. I mean, for the people, right? For you guys.